Welcome back to Baseball Town. Your Reading Fightin' Phils take on the Portland Sea Dogs for game number 2 of the 6-game set. Reading had a very definitive win yesterday, pouring on 6 runs on 6 hits. In the 8th inning, it was incredibly fun. It was honestly the best all-around game we've seen from the Fightin' Phils this season. They got 6 innings out of Noah Skiro, 2 runs in a quality start, reaching over 100 strikeouts on the season. 2 fantastic quiet innings from Trevor Betancourt, and Brian Marconi came in when he thought it was going to be a safe situation. It ended up being a 6-run advantage, and he finished out the game clean across the board. An impressive win all around, no errors in the field. Reading looked good, and they're going to try to repeat it today. They'll throw lefty Ethan Lindau on the rubber. He'll face off against righty Brian Van Bell for the Portland Sea Dogs. This is a big week for the Fightin' Phils, who sit 20-20 on the season. They are 4 games back from the Portland Sea Dogs, who are 24-16 here in the second half, fighting for a late playoff spot. A lot of baseball left to go, 29 games. We have 2 weeks back-to-back here at home, hit the road, a week here in September, and then we end the season in Altoona. So plenty of baseball left to go, but every game really matters here in a late season playoff push for the Fightin' Phils. As they jog out to the field, Ethan Lindau hops over the line, and we get ready for the national anthem. We're going to throw it down to the field, and then we'll be right back for first pitch here at America's Classic Ballpark.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We invite all active military and all veterans to please salute the flag. And now, please welcome our Phils game staff employee, Chris Vicuna, who will perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so gallantly hailed, hearts so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our Phils game staff employee, Chris Vicuna.
Ready for first pitch here at America's Classic Ballpark as Ethan Lindau, the lefty, gets the start today. Reading coming off a big 8-2 win over the first-place Portland Sea Dogs, looking to have that kind of success tonight. Lindau will be throwing down to Herbert Iser back behind the plate. Carlos De La Cruz gets his first game of the series out in left field. Johan Rojas stays put in center. And Jalen Ortiz in right. McCarthy Tatum still over at the hot corner. Jonathan Guzman at shortstop. Wendell Rio at second base today. And back at first is Aldrum Corridor. Fightin' Phils. We'll see David Hamilton to lead things off. He led things off yesterday, 2 for 4 out of just 3 hits for the Portland Sea Dogs. Hamilton had 2 of them. Willier Abreu in that number 2 spot. Cedon Rafaela in the 3-hole, and Christian Koss cleaning things up, batting 4th. Hudson Potts, number 5. Nick Northcutt entering the lineup. He'll be batting 6th. Tyler Dearden, the designated hitter. Will Dalton and Eli Marrero round out the 7 through 9 batters. Jude Corey shifts back behind the plate as the crew chief Kelvis Velez down the third base line. And Sean Cassidy over manning the first base territory. An absolutely beautiful night here at FirstEnergy Stadium. If I were not working this game, I would be out here as a fan. I mean, the weather is just perfect.
Absolutely. And this morning it was a little bit chilly. It came in with a long sleeve on and kept it on for most of the day before it changed into, our game attire that we have here at the ballpark. But it's perfect out here and just a little bit of wind. It's starting to feel like fall almost.
I'm not ready. Baseball is
Neither am
still
I.
going on. It's still summertime as David Hamilton steps in on the left side. A lefty-lefty matchup, lays down a bunt that goes all the way to first. Aldrum Corridor steps on the bag, the play unassisted. One pitch, one out for Ethan here to start off this ball game.
Can't be much more efficient than that, and not a bad idea to bunt on the first.
I mean, he's very speedy.
Got the speed to make it there if it's placed correctly, but
Usually you want to go up the third baseline, but
yeah,
just too much on it.
trying to pull Aldrum off the bag, but he played it perfectly.
Here's Willier Abreu. Lefty gets him a first pitch strike. And now Ethan comes home on the outside corner, just too far. 1-1. 80 degrees here, partly cloudy, but really not many too far above us. And wind just 7 miles an hour blowing left to right out of the ballpark right now. Nothing that would impact the game as the 1-1 shot foul. He'll go again, but perhaps as the sun sets today, it might pick up and cool off just a little bit. Lindau 4 wins on the season with a 3.64 ERA. As he gets a big swing and a miss out of Abreu, ties him up on the inside, and there's strikeout number 1 for the lefty. Out number 2 here in the first as Cedon Rafaela heads up.
He's coming off a really good start, picked up his 4th win of this season in his last time out. As you just said, he brought his ERA down below 4. He's now sitting at 3.64, and he didn't give up a run on 5 hits in his last time out, and went 6 innings as well.
Pitch up and away to Rafaela. 2 outs quickly here in the top of the first. What I like about those last 2 outings, he went the distance. He went 7 innings, he went 6 innings, and that's what Reading is looking for here as the pitch comes inside 2-0. They've had a lot of games where they really have to dig into their bullpen. Yesterday they got 6 strong out of Skiro. Can they get that again today? Off speed, Rafaela chases, and there's a strike on the board.
Especially after the last time we were here at home, we had a couple bullpen games where, somebody out of the bullpen started through maybe 2 or 3 innings, so we really had to see a lot of Reading's bullpen getting involved early in the game. So
here's the 2-2. Just inside. Full count, 2 outs, no score, top of the first inning here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Shadows starting to trickle across the field as the lefty comes home with the payoff pitch. This is a slow roller to short on 2 hops. Jonathan Guzman sends a bullet to first, and Ethan Lindau will sit down the side in order in the first. Scoreless to the bottom half we go. Reading looking to get on the board first here in Reading. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Into the bottom of the first we go here in Reading, Pennsylvania, scoreless, as Ethan Lindau sat down the side in order on just 11 pitches. So now the Fightin' Phils will look to get on the board first. They'll send up Johan Rojas to lead things off. And man, did he have a banner day yesterday. Takes the first pitch up and in from the righty Brian Van Bell. He'll throw to Eli Marrero back behind the plate. Marrero's first game of the series. As is Will Dalton's out and left, Rafaela in center, and Abreu in right. Coming set and a wind-up. Rojas unleashes down the left field line. It's foul. Northcutt, who's over at third, tracks it, but Christian Koss at shortstop calls him off and makes the play in foul territory. There is out number 1. David Hamilton over at second, and Hudson Potts rounding out the infield at first. One away here in the bottom half. Kevin Vicuna due up.
He also had a great game last night. 2 hits and an RBI. This top half of the lineup was really clicking yesterday.
Kevin, the designated hitter today, will step in on the right side, very close to the plate. Looks to lay down a bunt, but the pitch inside, 1-0. Lights have come on here at the ballpark. Still lots of sunlight left in this day, but just with the shadows trickling across the field, you'll play that safe. You'll put them on. Corner infielders coming in with the potential bunt. Kevin keeps the bat on his shoulder and sends this pitch foul, 1-1. Now we'll see if those infielders take a couple steps back. They do a little bit. Middle infielders back on that outfield grass edge. Kevin, bat on his right shoulder, wiggling it around. Van Bell kicks and fires home. This is popped up. Catcher rips off his mask. Marrero in front of the Fightin' Phils dugout will make the play. Another pop out in foul territory. And here's Wendell Rijo with 2 quick outs on the board, scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Van Bell also has 4 wins on the season, a 4.14 ERA in 54 1/3 innings. Here's what's impressive: 5 walks to 60 strikeouts.
Wow, you're really commanding the zone.
That's about 1 every 10 innings. That's impressive.
Good math.
Thank you. Been out of school for a little bit of time, but at least I can do that. Van Bell facing home plate. Now he turns his body. A big leg kick, and the righty comes home on the inside corner for strike number 1. Given up quite a number of long balls, though, 11 on the season. More home runs than walk. This is shot down the left field line. Foul.
Just foul, too.
Can't imagine the exit velocity off of that. And his count moves to 1-2. Fightin's in their home pinstripe jerseys today. They've got the red baseball cap with the Fist logo on the front. Portland changes it up. They're in the navy tops that say Sea Dogs across the front, and the road gray pants with a matching navy and red brimmed cap with the Portland P. Rijo lines this into left. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Wendell starts us off. First hit of the game, first base runner of the game, as he's safe at first with 2 outs. Here's Aldrum Corridor looking to continue this play. Rijo just able to move that over into fair territory. And here's Aldrum Corridor with a runner on and 2 outs. Still no score here in the bottom of the first inning.
Along with Rojas, Corridor had 3 hits and an RBI last night, so looking to continue that into tonight.
I would not be surprised if we see aggressive base running here from Rijo. Yesterday, the Fightin' Phils had 4 stolen bases. He had 1 of them. And getting runners into scoring position helped them early on take a lead. Although Portland was able to tie it up, they fought back late in the game as Aldrum takes a first pitch strike. And early in the game where you can be a little bit more aggressive, Rijo shuffles off the bag at first. He leads the team with 18 stolen bases, trying to keep ahead of Johan Rojas. Aldrum Corridor shoots this down the left field line. Rijo hustling. He's going to hold up at second as Dalton gets to it quick and sends it in. Back-to-back singles for the Fightin' Phils, getting a little bit going with 2 outs. Here is Jalen Ortiz. Corridor able to go the opposite way there from the left side.
It was played pretty well by Dalton. It looked like it had a chance to roll to the corner. Rijo took a big turnaround second, was thinking about 3, but Dalton played it very well and was able to hold him to just that one base.
Here's Jalen Ortiz with a chance to do some damage early in this contest. Reading has been known to be really good at home when they get the first run on the board. Sends the pitch back, foul for strike 1. Ortiz came up big last night, really starting that late rally in the bottom of the 8th. He had the first RBI single to score Wendell Rijo himself, and that really got things rolling from there. Reading was able to put up 6 runs on 6 hits. And we'll see what they can do early in this contest, as he's got Rijo on second and Corridor on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Raises into the strike zone at the knees, down 0-2. Reading was really good with runners in scoring position yesterday, 8 for 16, which is impressive. 2 on, 2 out. Van Bell out of the stretch here, leans over, gets the sign for Marrero. Now he comes set. Here's the 0-2, and the umpire says Ortiz gets a piece of it. Rijo takes third. He's confused if he has to go back or not. He's waving his hands. I don't know.
He just waves
and the home plate umpire is saying something to manager Chad Epperson of the Sea Dogs if that was a foul tip or not, and it was.
It did seem like it clipped the bat a little bit, and Rijo said something to Nick Northcutt over at third base. I was like, is that really foul? I really have to go back?
So they stay at first and second here. Still 2 outs on the board and still an 0-2 count. Van Bell getting him set on the first base side of the rubber, leaning over, ball in his glove on his left knee. Now he comes set at the waist. Looks back at second. Ortiz in open stance in the righty batter's box. Here's the 0-2. Jalen shoots this foul. Everybody going down the left field line today. And we'll go again. Same count. Ortiz leading the team in hits with 86. And I believe he is third in RBIs with 41. Chance to get on the board early. Here's the 0-2 below the knees. That's a wild pitch that gets away from the catcher, Marrero. Both runners are going to advance into scoring position. Rijo to third and Corridor to second. And now we have a runner, and a very good runner at that, 90 feet from home plate.
Really no question about that one. That was a wild pitch.
Jalen's got some
one.
fresh white cleats down there. Steps
Those
in.
Are very bright.
I know, they must be new. Open stance, right foot closer to the plate, left foot a step back on his toe. Wiggling the bat. 1-2, fouled back. Another one. Long at bat here from Jalen, seeing a good number of pitches from the starter, Van Bell. That was 6. 2 outs, 2 on. No score, bottom of the first at America's Classic Ballpark. Starter comes set. Here's the 1-2, fouled. This time down the right side into the plaza. The big net above that Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. And we'll see at least pitch number 8 here in this at-bat. Rijo out on third, Corridor on second. They both singled to reach, moved over on the wild pitch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Lot of foul balls here out of Brian Van Bell. Jalen digs in. Good crowd here at the ballpark cheering on their hometown team. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. Good block this time by Marrero. He doesn't let it get away from him. And the count moves 2-2. Wind slowly blowing that flag out in center field, out of the ballpark. Shadows trickling across home plate and the entire infield. Van Bell leaning over. Now he'll come set. 2 on and 2 out here, bottom of the first. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Ortiz gets a piece of it to stay alive. We're going to see at least 10 offerings here in this at-bat. You got to knock into the starter earlier, and he's at least doing that and seeing a lot of offerings here, and his teammates watching from the dugout.
He's fouling him off until he gets one he likes, staying alive.
Gets exhausting here for the hitter. Fighting out there. Pitch number 10, the 2-2, and he gets him swinging. Jalen tied up on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and that will do it. The Fightin' Phils get 2 hits, but they strand them both on the base path, so tied at 0 into the top of the second here at America's Classic Ballpark.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Top of the second, the Fightin' Phils had 2 hits in the bottom of the first, but they couldn't drive a run in. So scoreless here as Ethan Lindau comes out for another frame. Christian Koss, Hudson Potts, and Nick Northcutt sharply struck to the third baseman, McCarthy Tatum, across the diamond. And on one pitch, again, the first batter that Ethan Lindau sees, he records an out. 4 up, 4 down for the lefty. Here's Hudson Potts, just 12 pitches under his belt.
It's a good sign of good things to come. He's having success here.
First baseman steps into the batter's box. He went 0 for 3 yesterday with 2 double plays. Takes the first pitch strike on the outside corner. Well, good news, he can't hit it into a double play right now.
Looking at the bright side.
There you go. Lefty comes home, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Dropped it down to 75 on that pitch.
Ethan up there in innings-wise across the Phillies system coming into this game with 84 2/3. This is shot deep to right field. Jalen Ortiz tracking back. He'll make the catch. And there is out number 2.
Third baseman number 7, Nick Northcutt.
And a total of 79 strikeouts on the season combined with High A, Jersey Shore, and here in Reading. Nick Northcutt comes up. 2 quick outs here for Ethan Lindau. Turns his body to the side, and this is chipped off the bat foul. Phillies had a day game today, and unfortunately fell 1-0 as the Reds walked it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. Sir Anthony Dominguez took the loss. Phillies recorded just 5 hits on the day as Lindau misses up and away, 1-1. Alec Boehm had one of them, bringing his batting average up to .288 on the season. Derek Hall and Matt Vierling had one as well. This misses inside, 2-1. Lehigh Valley just getting their start out at Buffalo. No score in the bottom of the first. Jersey Shore trailing Wilmington 1-0. They're home at Shoretown Ballpark. And the Threshers playing against Daytona 0-0 in the top of the second. Poked off the end of the bat by Northcutt into the stands. Race for the foul ball there. Oh, this little kid's climbing over the seats, and he gets it.
Lay your body on the line.
What
here.
a good souvenir. So the count moves 2-2. Slow roller to short, charging Tatum in the glove on the run. What a play by the third baseman to pick it up on the infield grass and make the play over to first. Another 1-2-3 frame for Ethan Lindau as he sits down the Portland Sea Dogs in order onto the second scoreless. We go.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Here we go into the bottom of the second inning scoreless. McCarthy Tatum will lead us off. Ethan Lindau has sat down 6 of 6. And he's given the Fightin' Phils a chance here early. They had 2 hits in the first. They couldn't drive in a runner. We'll see what they can bring here in the second as Tatum slices it back foul. Strike number 1. They ate into Van Bell a little bit. 11 pitch at bat out of Jalen Ortiz. Brought him up to 21. And there's a pitch outside.
But how about Tatum so far in this game on the field? Just made 2 wonderful plays over at the hot corner and 1 to end the inning. That was really a slow roller, had to get on his horse to get up and get it. I didn't know at first if it was going to be, Jonathan Guzman fielding that ball because we've seen him do that a lot. But it was a very good play by him to end the inning.
Van Bell gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. Roped foul into the stands. It was a very mature communication by the two of them because that ball is in shortstop territory, right?
Absolutely.
But the angle that they're hitting it from is very different. Guzman is coming straight on, and then he has to turn all of his momentum to first, whereas Tatum's running at an angle towards first base and can make that play straight across, and clearly that worked out. The 1-2 shot down the middle, a line drive straight to Rafaela in center field. Well struck by McCarthy. And there's 1 out for Herbert Iser. Iser stepping in on the left side has really proved why he should be Double-A in the past few games since his call-up last week. Yesterday night, an RBI single, and calling a good game from back behind the plate as well. Obviously spent a lot of time with Lindau in Jersey Shore to begin the season as he takes the ball outside 2-0.
I was just going to bring that up. It's crazy that, they started the year in high A and now they're both here at the same spot. He'll have Griff McGarry tomorrow, who also started in high A Jersey Shore this year. So a lot of familiarity.
Another one below the knees, 3-0. And a lot of guys that grow up in the organization together like that, they come through the system together and they really get to know each other very well, and I think that relationship makes a huge difference. Van Bell turns to the side, the 3-0 hits for a called strike, 3-1. Infield, outfield, back deep. Just a little bit of a shift on the lefty batter. Nothing significant. And now he takes ball 4 inside despite the frame by Eli Marrero. And Reading will have a base runner here with just 1 out. Here's Carlos De La Cruz. Had an off day yesterday, so series debut here as he comes up in the righty batter's box. With a runner on and just 1 out. Wide stance, feet almost at each end of the batter's box. 6'8" frame, towering here as he takes a swinging strike. 0-1. Sun's now behind the clouds, so shadows all across the field. Hopefully no twilight balls impact us. Van Bell just used his glove to scratch his chest. There's a swinging strike. 0-2. You got to be careful about that. We saw a balk call yesterday. A lot of illegal motion there by the Portland Sea Dogs pitching staff, and have to make sure that they don't do that again today as he pops up and fires to first. There's a ton of rules about the ways that you can and can't pick off to first and third, and you have to make sure once you're set up on the pitching rubber that if you're coming home or if you're going to a base, you have to go straight there. If you make a motion towards the plate, you have to come home. This is fouled back by De La Cruz. 0-2.
And that was in the 8th inning yesterday, too.
It was late in the game.
Runner. You know, Reading already had momentum going, and that just moved a runner even closer to home.
And 1 scored off of it as well. The 0-2 called strike 3. De La Cruz knows it. Shakes his head as he walks back to the dugout. There is out number 2 here in the second. Here's Jonathan Guzman with a runner on.
The birthday boy.
Turning 23 years old here today. A couple of birthdays in the month of August coming up. Lots to celebrate here in Reading. Chips it back, foul for strike number 1.
And all across the roster, too. We have Tyler McKay turning 25 tomorrow, and then Matt Hockenberry later in the month.
Big birthday month. Late summer. Herbert Iser out on first after walking. He shuffles off the bag as Guzman chases some high heat down 0-2. The Fightin' Phils have 2 hits. The Sea Dogs nothing, but nobody has a run here in the bottom of the second inning. Who will strike first? Yesterday it was Portland. Reading countered almost immediately with a run of their own. Both teams scoring 1 in the first. This is shot back foul on the roof. Then Reading took a mid-game lead, 2-1. Portland tied it up late, and then Reading popped off in the bottom of the 8th inning. Would be nice to maybe take an earlier lead today, take some of the pressure off of the pitching staff, although Lindau has been nothing short of perfect so far. Iser shuffles off the bag at first. 2 outs on the board. Here's the 0-2 to Guzman. Poke down the right field line. Oh, it just ropes foul. Iser already past second, well into third. He's going to have to go back with 2 outs running on contact. Trying to get some action started for the R-Phils. The pool down the right field line is packed. Kid's birthday party out there. That's the place to be tonight. And as well as our other group areas, the left field picnic deck, the Power Alley Pub, and of course the 67 Club at third. The 0-2 again. Guzman goes to third on the ground. Northcutt makes the play onto first, and that will do it. The Fightin' Phils take a walk, but they strand Herbert Iser out on first, so no score as we head into the 3rd inning in Reading.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Into the third inning scoreless. Ethan Lindau will see Tyler Dearden to start him off with the first pitch ball. Will Dalton and Eli Marrero also due up in this frame. He sat down 6 of 6 so far. He's been pretty efficient as well for the lefty starter. Just 20 pitches through 2 innings as he gets a strike to Dearden. Fightin Phils have had 2 hits and a walk. Haven't been able to come up with a run yet, and both teams have played clean defensively. Dearden tied up on the inside, 1-2. Beautiful evening here in Reading as summer winds down. Schools are starting. This is shot foul. He'll keep us count. I know out maybe in the south a lot of schools have started. Here it's a little bit closer to Labor Day. I think we've now ranged a little bit before Labor Day, which is sad. But still get a couple more weeks of summer. This is chipped into his shin. Foul, able to walk it off a little bit. Little light on that left foot here as he's trying to shake it off.
But if you start school earlier, then you get out earlier. My high school has been starting, my old high school that I graduated from has been starting pretty much like two weeks before Labor Day, and now they're done before Memorial Day.
Here's the 1-2. This is pulled foul again. He'll keep his 1-2 count. I think it's about where the weather is good in your
absolutely.
area. Like, this is such a beautiful weather time. To have this part of summer ripped away, I don't know. 1-2 again. Grazed in. They thought it was strike 3. Iser was ready to go around the horn. The crowd booing the home plate umpire, Jude Corey, here. I think even Dearden thought it was strike 3 too, but he's going to have to step in on the left side now with a 2-2 count.
Yeah, he started taking a walk back towards the dugout too.
Wind up, but this is definitely down and away. And a full count here. Lindau looking for out number 1 in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming in, and it's the payoff one. Gets him! Chasing, goes fishing. Dearden comes up with nothing. There is out number 1 in the third. Strikeout number 2 for Ethan. And Will Dalton heads up to the plate with a batting average of 194 for the Portland Sea Dogs. Just about half of his hits, though, are for extra bases. 10 doubles, a triple, and 6 homers. Come in on the right side, shoot this down. Ortiz racing over, it drops in fair. Picks it up in the bullpen, fires it to second. They catch Dearden off the bag. A run down, Guzman makes the tag. Ortiz fed that in quickly from foul territory to Wendell Rijo. They thought it was a stand-up double. I don't know what Dearden was doing coming off the bag at second, maybe thinking he had third. Guzzi quick flip to Rijo, quick flip to Guzzi and put the tag on. And while they do get their first hit of the game, it also results in an out. If you're following along, that is 9-4-6 in your scorebook, and Jalen should get an outfield assist for that. And now with 2 away, here's the catcher, Eli Marrero.
He just nonchalantly started trotting off the bag at second. I don't even think he realized how quickly Jalen threw the ball in.
Fightin' Phil's very impressive from the outfield this season. I know we've talked about it so much with Jack Conley having 10 assists, but if you really look at the team as a whole, 35, now 36 outfield assists. 2-1 count here to the catcher, Marrero. Infield, outfield, back deep with 2 outs on the board in the top of the third. No score here in Reading. Shot out to center, fly ball coming in. Rojas, he'll make the catch. And Ethan Lindau faces the minimum. He does allow a hit, but the Fightin' Phil's defense picks him right back up and keeps it scoreless going into the bottom of the third. Reading's bats looking to come alive.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall that offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fightin' Phils will look to give Ethan Lindau some run support here as we enter the bottom of the third inning, still tied at 3 apiece. Portland got a hit in that game, but a hit in the inning, but an outfield assist by Jalen Ortiz got them to relinquish that base runner, and Lindau faced the minimum once again. Van Bell will see the top of the order here: Rojas, Vicuna, and Rijo. Fightin' Phils have had 2 hits and a walk today. Van Bell faces home plate. Now he turns his body third base side. Righty comes above the letters 1 and 0. Rojas yesterday, 3 hits, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored, a walk, and an RBI, pretty much filling up every category. Looks to lay down the bunt, chips it back foul, 1 and 1.
He did it all yesterday.
He really did, and I think that manufacturing of runs, getting himself into scoring position made a huge difference. Something that would be, a single and put maybe runners on the corners, runners on first and second. Ended up scoring a run for the Fightin' Phils a couple of times. Corner infielders playing in. We'll see if we see that bunt again. No, he keeps the bat on his shoulder and he takes a called strike inside. Turns around and says a couple words to Jude Corey there, 1 and 2.
Marrero brought it back inside, but I think it was pretty clear that it was kind of more of a back foot pitch.
Tries to get the frame on the outside part of the plate this time, and the count moves 2 and 2.
Did see a lot of called strikeouts last night, though. Not a lot of strikeouts induced by swinging, but...
Infield, outfield, back deep. Here's the 2-2 to Rojas. Pokes this the opposite way. Oh, about an inch. Foul. Rolls all the way to the corner. It doesn't matter. Rojas has to walk back to the plate with a 2-2 count. Fightin' Phil's doing it on the lines. Right and left today. Lacing the ball just where Portland isn't. No score here. Bottom of the third in baseball town. Game number 2 of 6 here against the Portland Sea Dogs. Van Bell in his setup position facing the plate. He does not move as Rojas calls time, steps out, and now he gets back in, and Van Bell still hasn't flinched. Bat on his right shoulder. Here's the 2-2 from the starter. This is popped up. Back behind second base. Ranging back on the outfield grass is Christian Koss. He'll make the catch, and there is out number 1. Here's Kevin Vicuna. Kevin popped up to the backstop in foul territory his first time up. Look to get something rolling here for the Fightin' Phils as he sends a foul down the third base side. Ethan has held the Sea Dogs rather quiet, and so Reading will need that offense to help their pitcher out just a little bit. Yesterday was a tight game until late. We'll see what today brings. 0-1, sent in the gap in right center. That's going to drop in, and Kevin's going to have a hit here in the third, his first of the game. And he has really been a big part of this Fightin' Phils offense late in the season.
He's been down towards the end of the lineup for the better half of this season, but in this series he's been put in the 2 spot, and he's clearly succeeding after having a great game last night with 2 hits and an RBI. He gets it started here for the Phils with 1 out.
Sean gave him that opportunity up in the lineup out in Harrisburg, and it works out really well. Hits for average, gets himself on base, and he's quick on the base paths as well. As Wendell Rijo will come up and take a first pitch strike. Reading has a runner on first and 1 out. Rijo a single, made his way all the way to third back in the first, but Reading couldn't drive him in. As this chip deep in the hole at third, it's foul. And he falls 0-2 in the count.
These top 3 batters for Reading, a lot of speed with Rojas, Vicuna on first, and now Wendell at the plate. Trying to be aggressive at the top of their lineup.
First base coach Michael Jones giving some information to Kevin as he shuffles off the bag at first. Van Bellas is back to him. They go for the pickoff attempt. Kevin dives back in safely. Step off number 1 of this at-bat. Manager Sean Williams is always down the third base line, waiting for his runners to come into scoring position here. 0-2, slow roller to short, ranging over Northcutt. They can only make the play at first as Wendell tries to run it out. A heartbeat behind that throw. It does move Vicuna into scoring position. And here is Aldrum Corridor with a runner on second and 2 outs, leading the team in RBIs with 51. Hardy has had a hit in this game. Lefties bat a little bit better against Van Bell, 292 compared to the overall 223 average of righties against the starter. He's now up above 50 pitches, trying to get through the bottom of the third. He's allowed 3 hits and a walk, but no runs on the board as we are scoreless in the bottom of the third. Aldrum takes a pitch way inside, 1-0. Christian Koss out at short, shaded more towards second, 1 to hold on Kevin 2 for the lefty bat. And Northcutt really back behind third, so lots of space the opposite way for Aldrum. Again inside. Count moves to 2-0. Two outs here, bottom of the third, scoreless in baseball town. Runner on second is Kevin Vicuna. This clips the outside corner, 2-1. Way inside again, Aldrum holding off on these down and in. And he moves the count to 3-1, a very patient hitter at the plate. Trying to get on base here for Jalen Ortiz, who's waiting in the on-deck circle. 3-1, inside again, ball 4. And Corridor will reach first for the second time today via a walk this time. Vicuna will stay out on second. And now there's 2 on again and 2 out for Jalen Ortiz. He came up in this exact situation in the first inning. He struck out swinging. Let's hope for a different result here. did take an 11-pitch at bat there fighting off Van Bell, so lots of good things to look at there. And Reading just trying to get on the board in the beginning part of this game as it's fouled onto the roof. Strike one.
And whether they're fouling off pitches or just being patient, not chasing those pitches that are down in the zone like Corridor did just there or like Ortiz did at his last at-bat, they're really making Van Bell work here.
0-1. Wild swing, 0-2. Vicuna on second, Corridor on first. 2 outs here in the scoreless bottom of the third inning. Van Bell out of the stretch, leaning down, waving his right arm. Now he comes set, glove at the waist, finding his grip. Looks back at second, the 0-2 inside. Jalen holds off, 1-2. Trying to give some run support to their starter, Ethan Lindau. 2 on and 2 out. Here's the offering. Almost knocks Ortiz off his feet. Bounces out of the box, okay, 2-2. Vicuna on second, Corridor on first. Scoreless, 2 outs. Ortiz rips this down the third base line, foul. Man, that was smoked off the bat.
It really was. It bounced into the left field grandstand and ricocheted back into left field. As Dalton goes over and tosses it into the crowd. Just turned on it a little bit too much. Trying to hug that line here again like we've seen a lot of Reading batters do so far in this series.
Again, the 2-2. This is in the dirt. Marrero bodies it to keep it in front of him. And the count is full. McCarthy Tatum waiting in the on-deck circle. Reading has 2 on and 2 outs. There is a place to put Jalen Ortiz. Couple of scenarios in how this plays out. As the righty draws his bat across the plate, swings it, and puts it on his right shoulder. 2 on, 2 out. Van Bell with the payoff pitch. This is chopped deep in the hole at short. All the way across the diamond goes Christian Koss. And the Fightin' Phils are down on outs. Get a hit and a walk. They put 2 on. They strand them both there. So scoreless into the fourth. Ethan Lindau coming out for another inning of work.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Fightin' Phils have base runners again in the bottom of the third inning, but they can't drive anybody home, so we're still scoreless into the fourth as Ethan Lindau will see the top of the order and David Hamilton, who takes a swinging strike, Wilyer Abreu and Cedon Rafaela. Hamilton grounded out to first, his first time up. Calls time here. He's going to step out of the box. Corner infielders in. Middle infielders back here to the lefty bat. Heiser sets up on the outside part of the plate, and that's exactly where the ball goes. 1-1. Lefty to the lefty, a swinging strike, and he's got him 1-2. Ethan's been very efficient here, just 36 pitches through 3 innings. Allowed just 1 hit, but ended up facing the minimum in every frame so far as he misses outside 2-2. Sun beginning to set. It's getting darker here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Lights are on, just a slight breeze, and probably about 30 minutes of light or so left here today. 2-2, fouled back. Oh man, about 2 rows in front of us. It flies down a bunch of seats into the glove of a kid. What a catch. Gets a high five from his family there.
Aw, a little hug from, I'm going to say that's his sister maybe? Oh, she's trying to take the ball from him.
Strike 3 to David Hamilton, and Ethan Lindau picks up a K to start off this frame. There is out number 1 here in the 4th. William Abreu coming up to the plate. Takes the first pitch above the letters. Phillies had a tough day game today, getting walked off by the Reds in the bottom of the 9th, 1-0. They're still 3rd in the NL East. Lehigh Valley and Buffalo scoreless in the bottom of the 2nd. This is shot out to center field. There to make the catch is Rojas. Puts his glove up in the air in center. For out number 2, here is Cedon Rafaela. Michael Plasmeyer making the start out in Buffalo for the Iron Pigs. Jersey Shore still trails 1-0 to Wilmington there in the top of the 4th at Shoretown Ballpark, and Clearwater trails 2-0 to Daytona in the bottom of the 4th. This is a ground ball to short, running in. Guzman making the play, and another 1-2-3 frame for Ethan Lindau. He does so very quickly as he sits down the Portland Sea Dogs. Reading needs to give him some run support, and they'll look to do so in the bottom of the 4th inning in Baseball Town.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Bender coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson, and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Ethan Lindau, another very quick inning, sits down the side in order, keeps a scoreless game underway here at Baseball Town. Into the bottom of the 4th inning, McCarthy Tatum, Herbert Iser, and Carlos De La Cruz coming up. And Brian Van Bell, Portland starter, still out on the rubber. He's only given up 3 hits and 2 walks. No runs here for the Fightin' Phils either. And clean defense on both sides as McCarthy Tatum takes a first pitch ball. Lined out sharply to center his first time up. Righty takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-1.
Another good frame by Marrero. He's having his way back there.
Van Bell keeps the glove in front of his face as he faces home. Then he turns his body to the side, and Tatum rips this deep to left field, but it ropes a foul into that party deck area out there by the all-you-can-eat buffet. And the count moves 1-2.
We've had some long strikes tonight, that's for sure. Jalen crushed one into the left field grandstand before. Now Tatum just got to straighten it out a little bit.
Here's the 1-2 from Van Bell. This is sharp to short. Goss takes a knee to make the play onto first. And there is out number 1 here as McCarthy Tatum heads back to the dugout. Herbert Iser due up here. Iser took a walk in his first at bat. Didn't get further than first base though. Tiny shift on the lefty batter. Everybody shaded right side, and yet he gets it in the hole. Pull side right between the first baseman and the second baseman. A single for Herbert Iser. He's been on twice today. And here is Carlos De La Cruz.
Hudson Potts made a motion to try and get over to that ball, but it was just struck too well. A lot of pace on it, and able to beat the shift there is Iser. Getting it started here once again with 1 out.
De La Cruz in the righty batter's box. Struck out swinging his first time up. And he takes a big hack for strike number 1 here. Light crowd in Reading on a Wednesday night. People going back to school, last-minute vacations. But we're home for 2 weeks, so you can really get your fix in. This pitch is below the knees. 1-1. Got a lot of fun promotions coming up at the ballpark as well. Some really good giveaways, a Bryson Stott jersey, a Baseball Town t-shirt, Stranger Things night, Harley night at the ballpark. Some really good ones. Carlos De La Cruz crushes this out to center field, and it is long gone. A 2-run blast for the rookie here in Double-A. And he puts the Fightin' Phils on the board. Man, he absolutely unloaded on that pitch. Nothing Rafaela could do but watch it fly.
Cleared all of the billboards out there in right center field.
Manhandled that.
And that's exactly what the Fightins needed here. You have Ethan Lindau turning in a solid outing so far on the mound, and now he finally has some run support when he goes back in.
So a 2-run blast by Carlos De La Cruz puts 2 runs on the board, and Jonathan Guzman is going to follow it up with a ground ball on the left side, and that's going to go in as a base hit. Deflected by the third baseman Northcutt as he dove for it. If we watch it back there, just so deep in the hole, it was actually Cost that got a glove on it. Able to stop it from going into the outfield. You got to give him diving credit there, but Jonathan Guzman, quick out of the box, safe on first. And the Fightin' Phils have now got 3 consecutive hits here off of Van Bell out of the stretch. Laying down the bunt is Rojas, but it bounces foul. And there is strike 1.
And we always talk about how Jonathan Guzman's batting average really doesn't reflect the quality of hitting he's done at the plate. He really does put the ball in play a lot, hits it hard, but usually just doesn't go his way. And there you see why you just have to put the ball in play. Give yourself a chance and, run it out.
And he's been doing just that lately, a hit in his last 3 games here, down on first with 1 out. Rojas takes a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Fightin' Phils in the top of their lineup here. They now lead 2 runs on 6 hits. No runs on 1 hit for the Sea Dogs. We're still early in this game, just bottom of the 4th inning. Reading looking to put some distance between themselves and Portland here, as Van Bell kicks some dirt around in front of the pitching rubber. Glove in his left hand on his knee. Fires over to first. Guzman dives back safely. There's step off number 1. Bending over, dangling his right hand. Gets the sign. Now it comes set at the waist. Ooh, man, he chipped that right off the top of his helmet. Bounced from the plate back to his helmet. Seems okay there. Looks down the third baseline to his manager, Sean Williams. Behind in the count, 0-2. Looking to keep the inning alive here. Just one out on the board, and Jonathan Guzman down on first in the heart of your order coming up here. Right up the middle he goes, backhanded by the second baseman. They make the play at first, and the ball goes to the cattle herder as the second baseman went over to first. So a fielder's choice with Johan Rojas as they get Jonathan Guzman at second. What a play by the second baseman. Makes a backhanded flip to the shortstop. Missed throw to first, but the catcher there for backup. And so they replaced the runner out on first with Johan Rojas, and now there's 2 outs on the board.
And we know he can make things happen when he's on first base.
He's got 49 stolen bases on the season here, 16 in Reading, 33 in Jersey Shore. So he is looking for that nice round 50 here. And the pitcher, Van Bell, obviously knows that too. He sends it over to first to check on him. No dice. Kevin Vicuna in the righty batter's box. Takes the first pitch into Portland's dugout for strike number 1. 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the first. Carlos De La Cruz crushed a blast beyond the center field wall, scoring himself and Herbert Iser for a 2-run lead. Rojas off the bag at first. This is a ground ball, third base. Good play by Northcutt onto first, and that will do it. The Fightin' Phils pick up another 3 hits and 2 runs thanks to the De La Cruz home run. They lead 2-0. On to the 5th we go for Ethan Lindau.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
A 2-run blast from Carlos De La Cruz gives Ethan Lindau some run support. Coming into the top of the 5th inning, the R-Phils lead 2-0, and Christian Koss leads it off for the Sea Dogs. He'll trot down to first base after he was hit by a pitch. So the Sea Dogs will start off this 5th inning with a base runner.
Just their second base runner of the game here. Lindau has really kept them quiet so far.
Hudson Potts will look to move him, keep the line moving. He flew out to right field his first time up to bat. Lindau checks over at Koss on first base before he comes home. Gets a swing and a miss from Potts. He'll work ahead 0-1 in the count. Gets the sign from Herbert Iser back behind the plate. He'll check over on Koss once again before the lefty comes home. This one's sent foul down the right field line. He's ahead 0-2 now. He looks to keep the Sea Dogs off the board here despite having a base runner on early here with no outs. Looks to get the sign, brings his glove back to his waist. Now he comes home. This one's popped up behind home plate. It'll be into the stands, into the main grandstand. Takes a big bounce off the seats and lands farther back into the main grandstand. The count will remain 0-2. Christian Koss on first base is the base runner for the Sea Dogs, who was hit by a pitch on the first offering from Lindau here in the top of the 5th inning. Lindau delivers the 0-2 pitch. This one's sent into center field. Rojas coming in. It'll drop right in front of him. He'll play it off of bounds. Koss on his way over to third. No play at the bag there. And the Sea Dogs will have runners on the corners here. Nobody out to start this top of the 5th inning as Nick Northcutt comes up to bat.
This is the most that the Sea Dogs threatened this entire series here. And really, Lindau has remained in control of this entire game. 4 3-up, 3-down innings up until this point.
We'll see if he can get out of this inning unscathed and keep the Sea Dogs off the board. This one's sent into the gap in left center field. A run will score. Potts on his way over to third base, and he's being waved home as Rojas plays it off the wall. The Sea Dogs will tie this game up at 2 runs. And Northcutt will dig into second base with a double. And those are the first runs of the game here for Portland as they knot the score at 2 runs apiece. We'll look to get a fresh ball out to Ethan Lindau as he'll work with a runner on second base and Tyler Dearden coming to the plate, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1 today, struck out his last time up to bat. Lindau leaning over, getting the sign. Jonathan Guzman popping in front of Northcutt at second base as this is sent foul behind us here in the press box. Lindau once again working ahead 0-1, still looking for the first out of this frame. Guzman playing in on Northcutt, excuse me, once again. This one is sent into left field. De La Cruz under it. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Northcutt does not advance. There's one out here with Will Dalton coming to the plate.
Tough going here for the Fightin' Phils. They've been, working this entire game. They've had base runners on in every inning trying to get ahead and give Lindau some support. They finally get on the board in the bottom of the 4th, and Portland is right there with them, putting 2 on very quickly in the top of the 5th and tying up this ball game early on.
They've matched each other early in the game yesterday, too. Lindau gets a swing and a miss from Dalton. Ahead 0-1. We saw them kind of even trading blows early in the game yesterday before Reading found their rhythm at the plate in the 8th inning, scored 6 runs to take a comfortable lead. Now Rijo playing in on the second base bag, holding Northcutt on. Lindau comes home, gets another swing from Dalton. He'll be ahead 0-2, trying to pick up a big second out here after the Sea Dogs tie this game up at 2.
These are 2 really good teams fighting late in the season for that last playoff spot. And you could tell, great series this is going to be.
Third swing and a miss from Dalton, and he is down on strikes. Lindau getting a big second out here in this 5th inning after the Sea Dogs tied the game at 2. Now Eli Marrero will step to the plate trying to keep this inning going for the Sea Dogs, as they have a runner on second base in Northcutt. He hit a double to bring home 2 runs with no outs this inning, but now Lindau's come back to get 2 outs of his own. This is sent deep to center field. Rojas over at the wall. He makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end, but not before the Sea Dogs pick up 2 runs to tie this game at 2 apiece. Reading will look to take another lead in this game in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Wendell Rijo will lead things off here for the R-Phils in the bottom of the 5th inning as they look to break a 2-2 tie. The R-Phils struck first in this game in the bottom of the 4th as Carlos De La Cruz blasted a 2-run shot over the wall in right center. Then the Sea Dogs get 2 runs back to knot the game up with a Nick Northcutt double. This one shot into left field, a base hit. Wendell Rijo still finding rhythm at the plate in this game, and he's aboard with his 2nd base knock of the night. And here comes Aldrin Corridor. Corridor's reached in both of his attempts at the plate. Had a single in the 1st inning and walked to get aboard in the 3rd. He'll look to get aboard once again here with a runner on first base. Wendell takes a lead off the bag as the pitch comes home. First strike of this at-bat. He'll work ahead at 0-1, does Van Bell. He's really been solid in this game so far. The only really bad thing that has happened has been that 2-run shot from De La Cruz in the last inning. He'll check over at Rijo on first base, and he dives in safely. Rijo's already taken off before Van Bell even comes home with the pitch, and the pitch gets away. Rijo going down to 3rd base, standing. Not even a throw from Marrero back behind the plate. So the R-Phils have a runner at 3rd base with nobody out here. It was a strike to Aldrin Corridor, so he is behind 0-2 in this count. But Rijo, stolen base number 19 on the season. It was a wild pitch that got away from the Sea Dogs catcher, Eli Marrero. And Wendell advancing to 3rd base on the play. Now
that is huge base running.
Absolutely, 90 feet
Rijo
from home. He'll look to get home later in this inning as Corridor skies this down the left field line over into foul territory to make the catch is Dalton. So there's out number 1. He sends a big throw back to the plate to keep Rijo at 3rd base. So there's out number 1 of this inning as Jalen Ortiz comes to the plate, looking to keep this inning going.
There's an opportunity to tag there with the ball in foul territory, and you can tell Rijo thought about it, but don't want to risk getting tied up at the plate with a big hitter here.
They definitely want to conserve that runner on 3rd base. Try to take another lead in this ball game as Ortiz will check his swing. It's a called strike anyway. Crowd not happy with it. Ortiz not happy with it. However, the count is 0-1 here with 1 out. As Ortiz calls for time, steps out of the box, and he'll fix his batting gloves. Wendell Rijo on 3rd base. Had a single to lead off this inning. Advanced to stole 2nd base, and advanced to 3rd on a wild pitch. Van Bell coming home as Ortiz waves at this offering. It'll be 0-2 to him.
This is the 3rd time that Jalen's come up in a big situation in this game. And he's ended the inning 2 times so far. Looking to change that here now.
He'll send this into left field. It's shallow. Dalton coming in. It's actually a shortstop that comes back to try and make the play, and his ball drops. Throw home. Gets away behind the plate as Jalen is going to scamper to 3rd base. Unconventional, yes, but the R-Phils now take the lead in this game once again. Ortiz just putting the ball in play there, and something good happened.
I don't know why the shortstop tried to make that over-the-shoulder grab with the left fielder in so close, and nobody was able to come up with it there. The left fielder fired it in quickly, hoping for a play at the plate. The throw went wild. And not only does Reading get a run on the board, the leading run, they also get another runner 90 feet from home.
Absolutely. Bang, bang play there as McCarthy Tatum comes up to try and keep this inning going for the R-Phils. Another runner on 3rd base, and Jalen Ortiz. As Wendell Rijo came home to represent the go-ahead run here. So the R-Phils do lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning as this is sent foul back into the plaza. Tatum behind in the count, 0-2. Tatum is 0 for 2 in this game so far. Flew out to center field in the 2nd and grounded out to shortstop his last time up to bat, looking to reach for the first time in this ball game. Van Bell comes set. And here's the pitch, sent foul back behind the plate. Tatum stays alive here. Just one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, so Ortiz will certainly be tagging on anything that's deep enough into the outfield. So just looking to put the ball in play here. The pitch is sent to third base sharply, and over to first base goes Northcutt with that ball. And there is out number 2 here. Ortiz does not advance. He's still at third base, and it'll be up to Herbert Iser to get him home here, or just reach. Just looking to keep the inning alive here. R-Phil is certainly threatening again with another runner 90 feet from home.
And we have to go back to how big that stolen base was by Rijo.
This is sent up in the elevator shaft in the infield. Everybody coming in here, but it's Northcutt that makes the play over at third base. Back behind the pitcher's mound, and the inning comes to a close, but not before the R-Phils take another lead in this ball game. They lead 3-2, and they'll look to keep it that way here to start the 6th inning. Ethan Lindau comes out for another inning of work to start the top of the 6th inning. And he'll be working with a 1-run lead as the R-Phils took a 1-run lead. Unconventional, but it's a run nonetheless here as David Hamilton leads off for the Sea Dogs. Top of the order due up for Portland. This offering comes home in the dirt. 1-0 the count here. So what had happened in the last inning? Wendell Rijo got to first base with a single. Was going to steal second, and Jalen Ortiz put the ball in play shallow in left field. Everybody coming in. Nobody could make the catch. This ball grazes just below the zone. 2-0 the count. And so it was the shortstop, Cost, that tried to make the catch. This one right down the middle. It'll hit for strike one. Tried to make the catch but could not do so, but he fired home behind the plate, and that allowed Ortiz to get to third. This one is outside. 3-1 to David Hamilton. He struck out his last time up to bat and grounded out to first base to lead off the game for the Sea Dogs 0 for 2 today. This one is crushed right at Aldrum corridor, and he'll make the play for the first out of this inning.
Right place, right time, but by Aldrum, but quick reflexes. Gets the glove on the ball, and out number 1 there. Last time Reading took a lead, they gave it back up very quickly, looking to hold on to this 1 run for as long as they possibly can.
Willier Abreu will come in to the plate. He'll watch the first pitch down in the zone. It'll be 1-0. 1 out here. And a line drive caught by Aldrum corridor. This one hits for a called strike. 1-1 the count. It evens out. Struck out his first time up to bat and flew out to center field. So he's 0 for 2 today. He sends this foul behind home plate. Now Lindau ahead in the count, 1-2. He's at 4 strikeouts today. Really been quality so far out on the mound. Be 2-2 to Abreu here. Lindau working quickly, glove up by his face. Big leg kick from the lefty and right down the middle, and it's a called strike to Abreu, and he is down on strikes for out number 2 in the 6th frame. And up comes Rafaela up to bat.
Strikeout number 5 for Ethan today. He's hitting them at the most important points of this game. He is staying very calm right now and has been very efficient.
He continues that momentum as he gets a called strike to start off this at-bat to Rafaela.
65 offerings for the lefty here.
Rafaela waves at this pitch, fouls it just in front of the plate. He is down 0-2. 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Reading leads 3-2 on 8 hits compared to the Sea Dogs' 3. Lindau induces a ground ball to Jonathan Guzman on shortstop over to Aldrum corridor, and there is out number 3 as he faces the minimum in this frame once again. The RFLs will come up to bat in the bottom half, looking to add to their 3-2 lead.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons, the industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries, but only Lidl has really low prices. Like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Into the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen go the Portland Sea Dogs as they take their starter out, Brian Van Bell. After 5 innings of work, he gave up 3 runs on 8 hits, and Kyle Hart will come out to see Carlos De La Cruz, who's responsible for most of the damage today, a 2-run blast back in the 4th. As he shoots the first pitch he sees, back foul. Jonathan Guzman and Johan Rojas also due up in this frame.
Coming up in a different situation than he did his last 2 times up to bat. He was the 3rd batter in both of those innings, but now leading off, he has the first chance to ignite the fire here, try and get some more runs on the board.
Reading leads 3-2 here in the midway point of this game. Portland had tied it up at 2 apiece, and in an unconventional play, Reading got the 3rd run of the game as Hart ties up De La Cruz on the inside. 1-2. It's been an interesting contest on either side. I feel like we've seen really good pitching, and I also feel like we've seen really timely hitting tonight. Hitting with runners in scoring position, hitting in stressful situations by both teams, and it's been a close game here the entire time as De La takes one inside 2-2.
It's been fun to watch, and really timely strikeouts on both sides too. We saw Lindau come back with a great strikeout to get the second out a few frames ago. And then Van Bell was able to get a inning-ending strikeout with runners on base.
De La Cruz down on strikes. He'll go out into the dugout with out number 1, first batter that Kyle faces. And here's Jonathan Guzman with 1 away. Had a single back in the 4th inning. 1 for 2 in the contest today, coming up for the 3rd time today. Hart, a lefty out of the bullpen for the Sea Dogs with a 6.87 ERA. Gets Guzman to chase 0-2. Spent last season up in AAA Worcester after being drafted in the 19th round back in 2016, so he's got good experience under his belt. Here's the 0-2. Guzman down on strikes again, back-to-back Ks for 2 outs for the Fightin' Phils. And we go to the top of the order with Johan Rojas. Reading 3 runs on 8 hits, Portland 2 runs on 3 hits. They have made a crucial error in the field that accounted for one of the Phils. Well, helped out one of the Phils' runs, I should say. Rojas 0 for 3 today, looking to turn it around. He takes the ball inside. Phillies lost their game in the bottom of the 9th, 1-0. They fell to the Cincinnati Reds. Lehigh Valley up 4-0 against Buffalo. Scott Kingery and Johan Camargo the RBIs. 1-0 hits at the knees, 1-1 to Rojas. They're in the top of the 4th. Wilmington leads Jersey Shore 4-2. Rickson Wingrove, a triple and a run scored. And Clearwater down by 2 against Daytona. They're in the top of the 7th. Rojas chops this back behind the plate, 1-2. 2 quick outs here for Kyle Hart out of the bullpen.
And some action down in the Phils bullpen now, so I'll have to see if Ethan Lindau comes back out for an inning of work, or if we're going to turn to the bullpen here in the following inning.
Glove at the waist, the lefty 1-2 below the knees. The count evens, and we continue this at bat. Rojas looking to get aboard with 2 outs. Hart kicks and fires, and this is a called strike 3. Strikes out the side in the 6th. Rojas gets a final word in with the umpire as we head into the 7th here in Baseball Town. Reading leads 3-2.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the FirstEnergy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Into the top of the 7th we go. Reading leads 3-2 over the Portland Sea Dogs as we merge into the back part of this ball game. And Billy Sullivan enters out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Ethan Lindau kept us in this game. A very impressive 6 innings of work for the starter. 2 runs on just 3 hits, struck out 5 and walked 0. And now Sullivan will tackle Christian Koss, a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Hudson Potts and Nick Northcutt also due up in this frame. And Lindau did all of that on 68 pitches, so just averaging just over 10 an inning. He faced the minimum 5 out of 6 innings. Sullivan gets a foul ball out of Koss that goes into the dugout suite on the first base side. Comes set at the waist, now at the chest. Here's the 0-2 from Billy outside. Will go again. Poked down the right field line. Ortiz racing over. It ends up foul in the Fightin's bullpen. Man, he put some wheels on there to get to it quickly, but it ends up just being a very long strike. And we'll go again. Koss got far running on that foul ball. He's going to have to walk all the way back to the plate with a 1-2 count now. Billy, a big leg kick. The righty comes home, and he gets him to chase in the dirt. Iser puts the tag on Koss to seal the out, and there's one away for Billy in relief. Fightin Phils put 2 on the board in the bottom of the 4th inning on Carlos De La Cruz's home run. Portland immediately tied it up in the top of the 5th, a 2-run double by Nick Northcutt. And the Fightins got the lead with an RBI single from Jalen Ortiz scoring Wendell Rijo. And that's how they lead 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. 1 out, Hudson Potts checks his swing. Doesn't go around 1-0. Billy's family in attendance here today, out from Delaware. Not too far away. He's been having a pretty solid season out of the bullpen for the Fightin Phils as Hudson Potts sends this back, a 3.73 ERA. It's come out in all kinds of different situations. Late in the game, long relief in the middle. Even got a spot start in there. Here's the 1-1 inside. Potts bounces out of the batter's box, 2-1. Last outing, 1 inning of clean work out in Harrisburg. Comes in with a 1-run lead, looking to keep that. The 2-1 hits the inside corner. 2-2. 1 out on the board, top of the 7th. Fightin Phils won yesterday's game. They lead 1-0 in the series and 4 games back from the first place Portland Sea Dogs. Sullivan misses down and away a full count. So Portland's in first, Somerset is a half game back in second place, and Hartford is in third. Here's why Somerset matters, as the payoff pitch ends up being a ground ball to short. Guzman over to corridor, and there is out number 2 for Billy here as Nick Northcutt comes up. So if Somerset, who won the first half, ends up winning the second half, then it's not the second place team that will get the playoff spot. It's the overall team record that will get the playoff spot, which at this point would be Hartford. Now, of course, there's a chance to change that down the stretch. The Fightin Phils' overall record is 49 and 60, so they have some work to do there, or else they have to outright win the second half, which is also possible as well, obviously. Only 4 games out of first, as Sullivan gets a first pitch strike to Northcutt. So it's going to be exciting down the stretch, just 29 games. This has popped up in the infield. Rijo coming in, he calls off everybody emphatically and makes the catch at second. A 1-2-3 frame for Billy Sullivan to keep the Fightins in this game. It's stretch time at the ballpark before Reading comes to bat. They lead 3-2.
Gear up for Fightin Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Reading takes their 3-2 lead into the bottom of the 7th after stretch time at the ballpark. Kevin Vicuna steps in and he takes a first pitch strike out of the reliever Kyle Hart, who struck out the side back in the 6th. And Billy Sullivan came out in the top of the 7th and gave us a 1-2-3 frame as well. What a game this has been. As Vicuna takes the ball below the knees, Reading leads 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 runs on 3 hits for the Sea Dogs, who's made an error in the field. The only time the Fightin Phils pitching staff has faced more than the minimum was back in the 5th inning. And Kyle Hart got the first 1-2-3 frame for the Fightins in the 6th. Vicuna chases for strike 2. He's down 1-2. 1 for 3 in the contest today. Popped up right side. First baseman Potts puts a glove on it. There's out number 1. Here's Wendell Rijo. He's 2 for 3 in the game today. Also, that go-ahead run scored in the 6th. And I want to go back to how important his stolen base ended up being, and then getting over to third on that wild pitch in scoring position for that blooper single by Jalen Ortiz, in which nobody could make the play. And right now, that's the winning run. Jalen made his way all the way over to third on an error by the left fielder. They couldn't bring him home, but still expert running by Ortiz. First pitch strike here to Wendell Rijo. 1 out on the board in the bottom of the 7th. Lefty Hart gets in to poke it back foul, 0-2. Rijo steps out of the batter's box. Now he digs his right foot in. Everybody back deep here to the 3-hole hitter. Glove at the waist for Kyle Hart. Now he comes home. And Rijo down on strikes. Out number 2 here in the 7th. 5 up and 5 down here for the reliever Kyle Hart. And now Aldrum Corridor comes up with 2 outs. Corridor's been on twice today, a base hit and a walk as he takes a first pitch strike here in Reading. Tomorrow night's game, another 7 o'clock start here in Reading. Not sure who's pitching for the Fightin' Phils. We'll find out after the game. But Brian Mata for the Sea Dogs will be coming out on the rubber. Aldrum takes a ball 1-1. Just game number 2 right now of the 6-game set. Reading home for 2 weeks, though. They'll see Binghamton, the Mets AA affiliate, next week. This is chopped to second on 2 hops. Hamilton over to first, and another 1-2-3 frame for Kyle Hart out of the bullpen. Reading takes their 3-2 lead into the top of the 8th here in Baseball Town.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $19. No need to visit the concession stand. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. This selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 dugout suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite start at $25 and include options to add food and drink packages.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer and Stockertown Beverage throughout the 2022 season. Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2022 season and through our partner at Stockertown Beverage. Mao Beer will be on site for all of our Fiesta Friday games with samplings of their amazing Cinco Estrellas Lager. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
Fightin' Phils go down in order in the bottom of the 7th, so they take their 3-2 lead into the 8th inning as Billy Sullivan gets another frame of work. He'll see Tyler Dearden, Will Dalton, and Eli Marrera, the 7 through 9 batters. Dearden takes a first pitch strike. Now he sends this foul into the left field grandstand, 0-2. Sullivan fastball sitting about 94-95 right now. And he gets ahead in the count early. Sullivan misses outside, 1-2. Phillies had a day game today, so let's check in on the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. They still lead 4-1 out in Buffalo. They're in the top of the 5th inning. Sullivan hits the dirt, 2-2. Jersey Shore down by 2 runs. They're in the end of the 6th, so on to the 7th they go at Shoretown Ballpark. And Clearwater still that 2-run deficit against Daytona in the 8th. Up the middle goes Tyler Dearden. It pulls off Billy Sullivan's glove as he tries to make a play. A base hit for Tyler Dearden puts a runner on, and nobody out. Just their 4th hit of the game. And here's Will Dalton with the go-ahead runner on first. And they're going to put a pinch runner in here late in the game. I guess they recognize the importance of this moment with just so few base runners today. That's only their 5th base runner. 4 hits and a hit by pitch. And so Izzy Wilson is going to come in and pinch run out on first. Wilson 7 stolen bases in 11 attempts. Out on first now with nobody out. Will Dalton steps in on the left side. Sullivan working around a base runner here. Sends a strike in the outside corner. Fightin's trying to hold on to this lead late in the game. Just 6 outs left for the Portland Sea Dogs here. Top of the 8th inning. Reading at home, so they'll, of course, bat last in both the 8th and 9th if necessary. Billy fires this over to first, trying to get a diving Wilson no-dice step-off number 1 in the at-bat. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. Time is called, granted. To the batter. And there's a called strike. Wilson up at the plate. It's Cam Cannon who is pinch running out on first. Pinch hitting coming late in this game is tough. You've been sitting on the bench this entire time here. Sullivan goes up and away 2-2. Wilson yesterday was 0 for 3 in the contest, batting under the Mendoza line. An interesting pinch hit here. In the dirt, Billy misses. It's a full count. Fighting here for out number 1 in the top of the 8th. Aldrum Corridor holding on Cannon at first. Takes a couple steps off the bag. He's the go-ahead run. And he's gone. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. They get the strike him out. The tag by Guzman. They get the throw him out. What a play by the Fightin' Phil's defense. Wilson down on strikes and Cannon caught stealing, even with an early jump. A bullet from Iser down to Jonathan Guzman, and they put 2 outs on the board in 1 play. And now here is Eli Marrero. Billy's got 2 outs, nobody on base. Reading leads 3-2 here, and that is a game-changing play. 2-0 outside. Reading's got somebody up in the bullpen right now. People standing in Portland's bullpen, nobody warming there. Hart has been dominant in his 2 frames, not allowing a base runner. Sullivan out at the chest. Gets a swinging strike with that 94-mile-an-hour fastball, 2-run. Reading 3 runs on 8 hits. Portland 2 runs on 4 hits. They did make an error in the field. Top of the 8th inning, 2 outs. Sullivan tries to hit the inside corner. It doesn't get the call. The crowd rioting here at the ballpark. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Marrero, an aggressive toss of the bat back to the dugout. And they put a base runner on. Another runner representing the tying run here late in this game with a 3-2 lead for the Fightin' Phils. The go-ahead runner is David Hamilton as he steps in on the left side. Eli Marrero, even though listed as a catcher, 14 stolen bases and he's off. The throw down from Iser way upstairs. Guzman picks it out of the sky. Puts the tag on Marrero. Obviously, he's in there safe. 15th stolen base for the catcher. He gets himself into scoring position. That was a strike to the batter Hamilton, who's 0 for 3 today. All different ways. Ground out, strikeout, line out. Sullivan working with a runner on. He gets a swinging strike. Got him 0-2. Big strike him out, throw him out, double play by the Fightin' Phils. Cleared the base pass, put 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Looking to preserve a 1-run lead late in this ball game. Sullivan looks back at second. The 0-2 popped up. It's going to hit the roof. Guzman shaded towards second with the runner on and this lefty bat. Tatum responsible for the left side of the infield. 2 outs, a runner on. Here's the 0-2. Sent down the left field line. It ropes foul into Portland's bullpen. Trickles back into the field of play. A reliever goes and gets that and sends it into the stands. And another 0-2 count here for David Hamilton. Shuffling off the bag at second is Marrero. Walked and stole a base. 2 outs here as Billy leans over and gets the sign from his catcher, Iser. Ball in his right hand, glove on his left leg. Now he steps off. Iser's going to jog out there. Can't figure out what they want to throw here. Somebody in the crowd shouting changeup. We'll see. He's ahead in the count here, 0-2 to the batter, David Hamilton. Pitched a 1-2-3 seventh, had a little bit of traffic on the base pass here in the 8th, but has been managing through without any damage. Reading leads 3-2. Here's the 0-2 again to Hamilton, and he gets him swinging. He goes off speed and strikes out David for out number 3. They strand the tying run in scoring position. And on to the bottom of the 8th we go. Reading looking to put a little distance between them and the Sea Dogs. They lead 3-2.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the FirstEnergy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Billy Sullivan picking up a huge strike him out, throw him out double play. Helped him get out of the 8th clean. Reading takes their 3-2 lead into the bottom half here. Lefty Kyle Hart comes out for another inning of work. Jalen Ortiz, McCarthy Tatum, and Herbert Iser due up in this frame. As Jalen takes a first pitch ball inside, now a swinging strike. Izzy Wilson, who came in as a pinch hitter, stays in this game out in right field. And moving over to left field then is Wilyer Abreu, so Will Dalton coming out of this game. And Cam Cannon, who was the pinch runner, will stay in as the designated hitter. Ortiz sends this ball back foul. 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Reading put up 2 runs on Carlos De La Cruz's home run in the 4th inning. Portland tied it up almost immediately, a 2-run double by Northcutt in the 5th, and Reading put their go-ahead run off the bat of this guy himself, Jalen Ortiz, scoring Wendell Rijo in the 5th inning, and that's where we've remained since then. He's tied up on the inside, back foul. It's been quiet. The relievers have each gone 2 clean. And Kyle Hart has been pretty dominant. 6 up, 6 down on just 23 pitches. Ortiz in open stance. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The lefty deals, and Jalen goes down swinging. There's out number 1 in the 8th. Strikeout number 5 for Kyle Hart here. Here's McCarthy Tatum. He's 0 for 3 today. Portland has Brett Kennedy warming up in their bullpen. And Reading has Tyler McKay on their side, so we'll see how long they give Kyle Hart here out of the pen. Obviously, he's been pretty good, so I imagine they leave him in, barring any unforeseen circumstances, as Tatum rolls this foul on the left side. Crowd that is here is very into this game. Really appreciate the game of baseball tonight. Tatum checks his swing, but he doesn't go around 1-1. And those kids out in the pool, they have been out in the pool this entire game, which is just now reaching the 2-hour mark. A swinging strike as Hart goes off speed 1-2. Iron Pigs have now put up 6 runs. Ollie Castillo an RBI double, Jack Conley an RBI single. They lead by 5 in the 5th out in Buffalo. Here's the 1-2, and Tatum is caught looking. An aggressive strike 3 call by Jude Corey. That is 6 Ks for Kyle Hart here. And Jack Conley stole a base out in AAA. What an exciting day. Jersey Shore still trails by 2. They're in the top of the 8th, home at Shoretown Ballpark. And Clearwater down by 6 now in the bottom of the 8th out in Daytona. In our game, Reading is up 3-2 over Portland. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Herbert Iser takes a first pitch strike from the left side. Fightin' Phils have kept this lead since the bottom of the 5th inning. Both sides have gone pretty quiet since then. Iser pulls this too far into foul territory, down 0-2 quickly. Portland will have 3 outs in the top of the 9th here. It'll be Abreu, Rafaela, and Costa, the heart of their order, due up. Iser drops this into right field, bouncing it alongside Izzy Wilson. A base hit with 2 outs will keep this inning moving. A 2-hit day for the catcher. And here's Carlos De La Cruz. Last time Iser was on base when he came up, he launched a ball deep to right center field. And they're going to go to the bullpen here. Manager Chad Epperson coming out here. The entire infield coming in. We're going to take a break here for this call to the bullpen. Reading has a runner on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. They're up 3-2.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Herbert Heiser singled to reach with 2 outs. Carlos De La Cruz heads up to the plate, and it'll be the righty Brett Kennedy who comes in for relief, inheriting a runner and 2 away. De La Cruz had that big 2-run shot in the 4th inning back when Heiser was on first. So we'll see what this at-bat brings as he takes a first pitch ball in the dirt. Reading leads 3-2. They have since the 5th inning. Bullpen has held each other quiet on either side. Heiser shuffles off the bag at first, a 1-0. Chased by De La Cruz, down 1-1. When we go to the top of the 9th inning, barring any pinch hitting, which they've already used 2 guys off the bench, so have to take a look at who they have left. It'll be Wilyer Abreu, Cedon Rafaela, and Christian Koss. Ball and a strike here to De La Cruz. Taking his time is Brett Kennedy. Now he comes home. De La Cruz pokes this down the right field line. Fair! All the way to the corner goes. He's hustling around first into second. A double for Carlos De La Cruz. He puts Herbert Heiser on third, and the Fightin' Phils have something brewing with 2 outs here. Man, you got to watch the way De La Cruz comes out of the box here. He is long gone. Cruz is around first and into second. 2 in scoring position here with 2 outs for Jonathan Guzman. Reading trying to put some distance between them and the Sea Dogs. 1 run is not enough here in a very competitive game. And Barrero's going to have to be good back behind the plate. Time is called. He's going to jog out and talk to his pitcher, Kennedy. Pack meeting at the mound. The catcher already jogging back behind the plate. Reading leads 3 runs on now 10 hits. They reach double digits for the second time in 2 games. Portland 2 runs on 4 hits. Reading has really held them quiet. Kennedy comes set. Righty takes a little step with his left foot. Now he comes home into Guzzi in the dirt. Good block by Marrero to keep it in front of him. 1-0. Jonathan Guzman's birthday today. He's already had a base hit. Looking to come up big here late in the game. Available off the bench for the Sea Dogs looks like Alex Pinellas, and they also added Oscar Rangel off the developmental list today. So those guys seemingly available. Jonathan chases a 95-mile-an-hour fastball outside. 1-1. Two on, 2 out. Guzman sends this sky high in right center field. Racing over is Rafaela. He'll make the catch. The Fightin' Phils get 2 hits, but they strand him on to the 9th. We go 3 outs remaining for the Portland Sea Dogs, who trail 3-2 at America's Classic Ballpark.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spend time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
To the top of the 9th, we go with just a 1-run lead as Reading leads Portland 3-2, and they're going to bring in the closer, Brian Marconi, here in a close game. Marconi's second day pitching, as he threw yesterday just 13 offerings to finish out the game in a much different ball game. Reading had a 6-run lead. Now he's trying to preserve just 1 run late in this game. He has 17 saves on the season. That leads the entire Eastern League here. But most importantly, looking for an Our Phils victory. They're down by 4 in the standings to the Sea Dogs, and they would love to be just down by 3 in that playoff standing. Marconi's going to have to deal with the heart of the order here as Wilyer Abreu steps in on the left side. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Abreu 0 for 3, and the next batter, Rafaela, 0 for 3 as well. Now, I said before, they've got 2 guys on the bench they could pinch hit for. So we'll wait and see. They've already made 2 substitutions today. This hits the corner 1-1.
Really trying to clear the dugout today, or the Sea Dogs, but, you know, got to try everything here. Down by just 1 run.
We've only had
Last
4
chance.
hits in the game. It's a shot out to center field. Rojas racing over on the run. He'll make the catch, and there is out number 1 for Brian Marconi.
And what an effort from Billy Sullivan, too. Gave up just 1 run and kept the Sea Dogs off the board through 2 innings. That is crucial, especially since Reading gave up their lead earlier in this game that they had, rebuilt it, leading by just 1 run for those 2 innings, and he got the job done today.
And that's back-to-back days where those middle relievers Trevor Betancourt yesterday with 2 clean frames. Those are the guys that don't get a lot of credit, right? They're not getting the stat line for that. They're not getting really the win. They're not getting the save. But they're the glue that holds those pieces together as Marconi gets a swinging strike to the righty Rafaela.
And it also helps that Reading starters have been getting deep into the game. Lindau 6 innings today. Noah Skiro got deep into the game yesterday.
Marconi misses down and away 1-1. Reading 3 runs on 10 hits. Back-to-back nights where they've gotten to double-digit hits. And the Sea Dogs 2 runs on 4 hits. They've made 1 error in the field. Top of the 9th inning, Reading hopefully won't need the bottom half, but of course the home team will have it if they need it. This is shot off the bat into the right field grandstand, foul. And Rafaela down 1-2. There is somebody getting moving for Portland should they need him in the bottom of the 9th, but obviously Marconi trying to slam the door shut here and now. Pitch clock violation for Bryan. Didn't throw it quick enough. Jude Corey, first pitch clock violation in this game. There's Hockenberry, the pitching coach, saying something here from the dugout. He's going to have to work quicker, and he does. A 2-2 now. They think it's strike 3, and they don't get the call. And the infield is stunned.
I think Matt Hockenberry was stunned too, slammed his clipboard down on the gravel of the warning track.
And now the count is full with that automatic ball being added. And Marconi's going to have to go again here. With 1 out, the payoff pitch. That's above the letters, and it ends up being ball for a walk. Tough call there, but this is one of those big mature moments where you're going to have to say in the zone in this game, it doesn't go your way. You're frustrated with having a base runner out there that you feel like maybe you shouldn't have. But Marconi's got a bunch of double play balls. He's worked with runners on before. He had runners on last night, and he came out clean. He's certainly capable of getting out of this without any damage, but just a 1-run lead to work with. Here's Christian Koss. Sends the first pitch sharply back, foul, 0-1. Marconi leading over, not wasting any time anymore. Doesn't want to have to deal with Jude Corey's automatic ball call as he comes home. Gets Koss to look silly, chasing down and away, 0-2.
Brought it down to 78 on the radar gun as well.
About 12 miles per hour slower than his fastball. Runner out on first, Rafaela. Koss takes the ball below the knees. 1-2. Got to hand it to this crowd. Very invested in this ball game here. Supporting their hometown team on a late summer night. Here's the 1-2. Chopped strong to short. Guzzi bobbles. He can't make a play. And this is a threatening situation by the Portland Sea Dogs. They now have 2 on and just 1 out, but a force play anywhere here with Hudson Potts coming up to bat. And Jonathan Guzman is going to take an error for that play. Would have gone in as a fielder's choice anyways, so Koss wouldn't have gotten credit for the hit. But an error continues this inning as Hudson Potts steps in with 2 on and just 1 out. He takes the ball. Now Marconi's really going to have to dig in here. Stay mentally tough and fight late in this game. The Fightin' Phils have been so good so far. This is outside, 2-0. No matter what, Reading has the bottom of the 9th should they need it. Looking to not, but it's there. Rafaela on second, Koss on first. Just 1 out here, but 1 pitch could change all that. 2-0, taken deep to left field. Racing back, De La Cruz makes the catch on the run, and the runners thought that was gone. They're going to have to go back. No tagging whatsoever. A big catch by the left fielder. And the bullpen is going nuts out in right field. But the catch was made by De La Cruz.
What a catch, a game-changing catch, too. Really, everybody thought that one was gone.
I don't know what the bullpen is saying out there. It was very close to the point where Koss almost overran Rafaela, because you can't, as the second base runner, you can't get ahead of the leading base runner. And he was very close to the point of catching him, and you have to be careful about that. They both had to hold up very quickly. So 2 outs on the board, still 2 runners on. Here's Nick Northcutt, and he takes a first pitch strike. Man, De La Cruz has been everywhere today, offensively and defensively. The 0-1 by Marconi, and they don't get that call. Down and away again, 1-1.
And Lindau got that call earlier in the game. Interesting that Marconi isn't having any luck with the bottom half of the zone right now.
Iser framing them very well back there. 2 on and 2 out. Reading leads by 1. Inside. Good stop by the catcher. Can't let it get to the backstop. Right now you've just got 1 runner in scoring position representing the tying run, the go-ahead run out at first. Marconi gets the sign. Out of the stretch here, the 2-1 swing and a miss, 2-2. Portland down to their final strike here. Rafaela on second, Koss on first, 2 outs. In the top of the 9th inning, Reading leads by just 1 run here. They took last night's game. Can they take tonight? Marconi comes set. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-2 fouled back. We'll go again.
Tried to get the double steal there, but just getting a piece of it was Northcutt, and they're both going to have to go back. They both had good jumps on that.
You know the base runners are going to be aggressive here. Down to their final strike once again. Crowd on their feet, roaring here at the ballpark for the hometown team. Reading leads 3-2. Rafaela on second, Koss on first. Up at the plate, Nick Northcutt. Marconi comes set. And the 2-2 by the lefty. Swing and a miss! Brian, 18 saves on the season. Leading the Eastern League, 3rd in all of minor league baseball, and he slams the door shut on the Portland Sea Dogs. Reading takes a big 3-2 victory, and they move up to just 3 games back in the playoff standings. Fans, thanks so much for joining us here today. Your Fightin' Phils take on the Sea Dogs for game number 3 tomorrow at 7 p.m. Your final score, Reading 3, Portland 2.